Welcome back to this great contest between two teams. We have a great one. We have the Rovers Club versus Radharaman Club. In maroon yellow, we have the Rovers Club, and then in the yellow one, we have Radharaman Club. Both teams coming together to check it up. Just getting ready for that one with four officials standing up with two captains. Vidash Muduli and Gaurav Negi. And that's what they are deciding which side they have to take. We have the match officials Debujit Singh Yadav, Sakhawat Ali Khan, Danishwar Sardar, Muhammad Saklain Ashrafi. These are the four officials we have today. And Sujit Kumar Patra, the match commissioner. And today's your host, Muhammad Suhail. Stay tuned for this great match. We'll be starting off shortly there. And that's in the playing 11. We have Shiba Munda, the goalkeeper, Akhil K, Rahul Lal, Abhinash Muduli, the captain, Najib, Suresh Khadia, Abdur Rahim K, Mahesh K, Chandra Muduli, Muhammad Amin, Mahesh Hansda from the Rovers Club son. Radharaman Club, we have Loknan Munda, Pali Jagata, Jitu Muduli, Deepak Oram, Jang Milnem Dengir, Gaurav Negi, Ansil A, Suvankar De, Pipin Ahibam, Bikram Maji, Rumit Yadav. And that's the starting of the play will come in. We'll just wait for both teams to come up on the ground. A good competition will be there between both teams, so we're just waiting for that one. Start of the play, and that's what both teams wanted to show their possession, show their great skill. Rovers Club have been outstanding in this tournament. Along with it will be a tough competitive side for the Radharaman Club as well. Both have impressed with Shiba Munda with his good goalkeeping skill, and just wanted to show that early breakthrough. And that's what they want to build that pressure. It's been a tournament being on this Fulham, just proceeding to the last stages, and that's what we'll wanted to know what will happen up, how they proceed in these rounds, the last ones, how they wanted to end up this stages one, and that will be a big pressure game, not easy one for both teams as they want to tall, they wanted to tall for that one, they wanted to ensure that they're playing it well, they're doing it well. They wanted to make sure that they create early pressure, early break, and that's straight into this way as he claims out. He claims out for this one. Has he done it? So, if so, then the pressure is mounting on. As yes, we see the celebration. as they've gone through. The Rovers Club shining well back. Look at that one, and that will be a clear cut. You see that straight into this one. Rovers Club with one, and no answer to the Radharaman Club. They'll be upset with what has happened. Just that's the beginning of the game, and they have conceded that goal. This is something seriously they have to understand that flow of the game, and that what we was mentioning about. Think about that one, how easy that they choked that defense line, how easy they went through that one, and then what a great comeback. The game started up with a flyer, absolutely flyer. What a brilliant way to watch this one up. Absolutely great. What a great way to come up with that kind of thoughts and ideas. And that's you see in that replay part, it was a pass and then started to go a long range coming in, and just that foot as the finishing touch, as easy you like. What a great way. Talk about everything that's going up. So good for both the sides. It's been great one. A great series of emotions, I would say, that they haven't thought of things like that going in that way. They have not think, but look at the way what it happened. It is merely something that they do not want it to happen or repeat it again. But what a great way. Absolutely great to watch this one up. Completely, they were lost it, exhausted. They wanted to check it up. They wanted to see that one up. And absolutely, pressure comes up to Radharaman Club as they've halted that goal in the very first minute. And that's what the Rovers Club have embarked on that journey. They have shown the kind of talent they have. They've shown the best what they can do. And they have shown to the entire tournaments once, to the entire teams. This is a fighting, competing team again with that long range. But good clearance coming up this time. A brilliant clearance coming up. And that's they wanted to come back, but a good clearance coming in again, back to back. They're trying to come back, but wanted to get it up. And that's they wanted to build that one up. Back to back chances, good counter attack. Already they are planning for that plan. They're banking on that situation. They're getting best for what they can do and come up with. It's a great one to show it up, to check that one up. Surprisingly, that's no one would feel a bit in unknowingly to get that one up. They wanted to get things going up. They want everything in their way, and that's what they want to come back with that flyer. Absolutely, that flyer. They wanted to come back, and then in the end, that's really what happens. That they do not like the things about it is the fact that things are just stripping away from their hand. And that's what time is ticking off. They wanted something different. They wanted something incredible, well, to get a good comeback. And that's what they wanted to get in that position. They wanted to get back in that best way. They wanted to show it up as hard as they can, as great as they would. They wanted to end this one up. And that's they wanted to add that one up. And that is what they wanted to come with that flyer, wanted to get it up as a good clearance. Now, no chance for that error this time with a good command, and that's what they want to draw that one up. As we see that goal coming up, shaping that entire situation this time as well, but easy pick for the goalkeeper, Romit Yadav. And again, wanted to come back with that clearance and just sliding it away. Oh, just coming close with that attempt, and then in the end, tripping away with that chance. But still, they have got a corner, which they wanted to make the best use out of that. They wanted to show the best what they can do. They wanted to show what best they can come up with. It's absolutely great to watch them up with all the things coming up in their way with that cross coming in and just going away. Still, they've got that chance straight. Rumit Yadav dives it and saves it this time. He saves it, perpendicularly diving to his left. And with that lead, straight sliding efforts. Look at that effort. It was a great, brave effort. With that cross coming in and then just going it away. They wanted to get it up. With that cross coming in, just going it away. Okay. And that's what the time ticking off. They wanted to get that breakthrough. They wanted that comeback any point, any cause. They wanted that one. And that's where they have landed onto that point. Wanted to get another one. And yes, did it. Sailing this from his left foot. And that is a great joy. And he'll be full of excitement and joy that he did remarkable well, taking that lead with 2 goals in the 10 minutes of play. This is going to be a super cameo show, a super with everything going good and good. And that is what they can entirely wait for a particular thing, and that's he'll feel proud of the same. What he's done is incredibly well, absolutely great. Pressure fully building on the Radharaman Club. And that's what we say the great and the greatest. It was Madhu Jani from Rovers Club, jersey number 18, with that great effort. And that we take that time and they'll be very happy with that kind of good leadership. Rumit Yadav getting clueless. He was of no clue at that point because what has happened was extremely he was uncomfortable with that point. What happened to it in the end? And that's where they wanted to build that one up with that cross pass coming in, and then the way it's taking it up, all that sorts of things coming up with that play of action. And that's a good side of me, making sure that they still are back on that same, wanted to take another lead. How many goals they'll take that lead? Fully in this 12 minutes, fully in commandable control. Rovers Club, whereas Radharaman Club totally out of that control, out of that frame in the game looks. Again, that header coming in, but just going cross. And that's what they wanted to build that one up. They want to call that one ahead. Again, straight into his hand. And that straight as an arrow looks comfortably great. And then with that cross, again that pass coming in. And that's where they wanted to call it out great. And then again with that brilliant, absolutely brilliant, that pass coming in. And that's he wanted to take that one up, keeping that ball with that lovely pass position, ball controlled. Running quickly down, jersey number 10 wanted to get inside that way, looking to go solely there, and then in the end could not get that one. Again, he tried it best, but a good clearance coming in the end. Still back to that one, it was jersey number 10, Suresh Khadia, looking to provide that touch, but in the end losing that control and then losing that ball over that point. Kane wanted to come back, and then again, that's the third one, marginal error, and then they've got again. What a great way! What a great day this is for the Rovers Club, shining high on this occasion. Again with that strong kick, Chandra Maduli shining like his night rocket sky. What a great way. Phenomenal. In the 16 minutes, you've seen the third one coming up. And how many more goals? Radharaman Club looking in control, shaking way, deep trouble because this is not the team which they've played for, and that was the performance. They had been so good throughout the tournament, but at this day today, what is happening wrong? That's what completely the captain and the team will surely look onto that stage. They have never been that kind of shattered silent on the ground that it looks today, with completely not getting that ball, not getting that momentum. They want to regain that one up, and that's control will be great from the Rovers Club, shining good on this occasion. Okay, that long range kick, Suresh Karia missing it completely. Completely looking in good touch, good control. Everything they are playing, everything they are going through, everything they are demanding is everything going right to their context. They wanted to come back up, and that's why everything happening good for them. Things turning up better and better for them, as everything looking great for that moment. They're looking completely great, and in that great solitude. And then he wanted to get it up, get it ahead. And that's what they want to carry it up with that good pass. They want to come back. They want to show up things better. They want to provide the best. They want to do the best what they can. They want to come up with absolutely great things, as they had that great joy of acting onto that point. They acted great. They wanted to that great thing happening up in their way. And then has they done it? Yes, they did it. Yes, comfortably. Now the Radharaman Club showing what they can do and what capability they also have the same with eye opener and a good response. Shiba Munda has no clue this time with their opening account. Just trail by 2 goal, but they want to get it up quickly. This game is getting interesting as with every minute it passes on. With each and every minute it passed on, the game becoming great and interesting more. More great and interesting it's becoming up right at this moment. Completely, that's great to watch him up, to watch him coming up with that brilliant move. You see that one. Jersey number 3 with that cross kick coming in, and you see back to them. It was a back ball. Jersey number 3 push, And then again, he's got a header, and that is connected really well. Jersey number 4 from the Radharaman side. Absolutely great. And that's one more. If they would have been able to get in on, it will be very great for them to just be so close to that margin. And overall, we have seen 4 goals coming in 22 minutes time. That's great to watch the great improvement side from both sides. Jersey number 10 charging Suresh Karia, looking to show his great dribbling skill, trying to show the best. Again, that cross pass coming in, but losing that ball this time. And again with that brilliant pass, jersey number 3 trying to get it that one and then miss that one up, but fighting hard. You see the great competition in this tournament. It becomes a little tough. The ground have been not that kind of perfect patch of land as it has been. A little bit potholes, patch holes, which making it difficult for the goalkeepers, for the players to get the foot on the feet. But the more difficult situation they'll play in, they'll get more experience, vast experience to play in every conditions. And this is what they are getting good on to that point. And that's what they are just looking it great, wanted to come in that way. And that's they wanted to call it up great, getting inside that position, lost it that control. We see the first time, not sure that easy. Okay, physiotherapist has to be there. Now we see if it's okay, that's good news. But if not so, there will be a free kick given on this occasion, and the referees have been very much fair and just for the game, as we've seen the great umpiring from their end, and that's what they wanted to go it ahead. They wanted to come back quickly with that cross, and that's wanted out to be with that one a free kick in hand. They wanted to come back. They wanted to get this opportunity banged on, and they wanted to show it best. They want to prove their best. Captain Nagy wanted to make sure that everything goes well. They're back on that same page. A good comeback with that free kick. Can they add that one to that one and a good clearance in the end? And a good clearance coming in the end, and that's what they wanted to keep that game again. Trying to get that lead. Jersey number 23 with that cross and a brilliant tackle, and then a clearance coming in right. A tough one for them, but a good clearance in the end. And that's with that great clearance. They want to come back up. They want to show what best they can do. And that's again coming so close, but a good tackle in the end. We see a great improvisation from the Radharaman Club. We've seen back to back good things happening up from there. And again, they wanted to come back again and straight into his hand. Rumit Yadav this time doing no mistake and saving the team. Not, and that's what good he does, providing that touch to his side. And that's a great way to watch him up with that cross coming in and the clearance coming at that point. And that's what they are able to do, and what they can do ahead with that time. Things taking up with that small efforts. They want to come back quickly with that great. And then in the end, with that cross coming in and long kick, but just going away. Efforts was good. It was a great effort. They wanted to come up. And then with that cross coming in, and then he wanted to come back quickly with that pass, wanted to build that pressure, and then again he's coming back with the take on to. And that's what time ticking off. They wanted to come back quickly, and that's a great way to watch them up. Looking to get that one up ahead. And that's going to be a good one in the end. Trying to get it great with all that time, taking that one up. Wanted to go that side. And yes, of course, that's a great way to welcome that point. Coming in with that team, with that sprinter. Absolutely great to watch that up. They want to show that one up ahead. And that's what the cross coming in with that taking from that point, as it looks completely with a great start of this play. They wanted to show it up. They want to provide what best they can do, what best they can come up with. Absolutely great to watch them up. Highlighting that point on that occasion with that great way of turning that one up. And that's absolutely a great one, an insider one to watch it up to that time ticking off, as just they wanted to come back in that way. Both teams drawing their attention, coming hard on each other, not giving them just an inch. And that's what they can do in that point. And what they can do in that point, he can come up with all that great things, keeping that all the idea of his work and then letting it go just straight as an arrow, walking that one up. And that's what they want to come back up. And that's what the time ticking off wanted to come back up. And in the end, they wanted to draw that one up back onto that side. And then they've got it up in front of that side with all that great things turning up onto that way.
as just latching onto that part, coming quickly with all that great ones, great works. It's absolutely great to watch it up with completely great one, great action, great results, just clearing that one up onto his side and then meeting to that point, taking everything pointy from their end, getting things handy from their end, and that's where they want to call it up. Absolutely right. And then checkers that one up. And that's a good clearance coming in. They wanted to call it up. They want to show that one up onto that point. That cross coming in and a sight of reflection there as is the referee is given that one up. Given that one as the whistle has blown up. They just wanted to check that one up out. Wanted to just show that one ahead. But all that great things coming up. Waiting for that time. Waiting for that time action. They're just letting that one up ahead. As with that clearance things coming up. They want to check that one up ahead. Cross coming in. And that cross kick coming ahead. And that's what they want to keep that one up, trying to get set with that point, just with that cross coming in. Want to take that lead. Again, that big kick coming in, just going it away. Just going it away with their time way, just letting it ahead. And what's it happening up is they wanted to ensure that they have to be on that same side as they have to wait and watch for the entire things to go ahead, the entire things to set aside. They want to ensuring that point, looking for that great one, and then with that long kick coming in, And then they wanted to clear that one up, wanted to check that one up. It's just going away from them. And then look at the effort. Great efforts. Just trying to put it hard. Just trying to go hard on that one. Just wanting to show that one up. And that's just the header coming up. Want to come back. Jersey number 11 with that strong one, just going it away. As they look in a great cut, touch, and control, absolutely dominating it really well from the side. No questions about the, no doubt about the great improvement from that three back-to-back goals and that comeback. And then in the and that's what the time is ticking off. Time ticking off. Not sure of how much time is being allowed, and that's again a great one. Again, stunning one to that motion, that one drifting back and then hitting that mark, almost rising onto that occasion. What a great way to let this team again flowing in that rhythm, going in that rhythm. Rovers Club, absolutely great with pure dominance. Look at that one from jersey number 10 again from the long range. And no answer to Rumit Yadav this time as well. For a while, it looked they have stopped Rovers Club from back-to-back chances. They have stopped Rovers Club from back-to-back attempt, but they have all came back with a stunner. And that's they wanted to show it up. They want to provide that one up. They wanted to clear that one up. And that's they wanted to call that one up. Wanted to get it ahead with that cross coming in with that pass and just drifting that one up, trying to get that one ahead. Jersey number 7 with that cross. And in the end, that deflection coming in as a good clearance from the Rovers Club. Strong in defense, absolutely strong. Very much dominating and strong in that point. Absolutely great and brilliant. With that one taking that lead, jersey number 15, Mahesh K, with that cross. And in the end, clearance coming in the end. That would have been easy one. That would have been the easiest one to go. But that's been great to watch him up with all that thing in that clearance. And then again, you want to get it up. And that's what, again, they have that chance in similar way. Wanted to lead with one more to end this first half. And that will be interesting to watch them up. Going in that way, trying to go with that pace, trying to provide that best one. And that's the time ticking off. And he claims out for that handball. And that's not all okay with that. And that's we have to check that one up. Is it okay, or the physiotherapist will have to come up? And that's where they dominantly they're doing it good. They're doing it better with that take. And then he has lost it out, his control, lost it out, that rhythm. Two players back to back. We see the time ticking off in that time frame. Time just ticking off, losing that one up. Want to ensure that they land up on that same way. They want to come back quickly with all that time. And that's where it's 45 minutes of time. Not sure of how much additional time being given. And that's they wanted to kick that one up. That free kick coming in, wanted to get a good comeback, wanted that one up, and a good clearance in the end. Again, good movement there, good control. And again with that cross flyer and just that brilliant save coming in. And that's a great point to watch that up. Absolutely great. Absolutely plumbed. And the full time called off for the half time, absolutely. For 4-1 on the scoreboards. Timer called off. A great half time we've seen in this match where Rovers Club dominating with 4. Radharaman Club with 1 goal in the half time. And I assure you that will be a great, interesting game. Stay tuned, don't go anywhere else. You'll enjoy this great game. And that's it. The stats part we have Rovers Club 58%, 42% Radharaman Club possession, 15 shots and 4 shots, 6 shots on target and 2, 0 saves and 2 saves from Radharaman Club, 3 corners from Rovers Club, 1 from Radharaman, 4 fouls and 3 fouls, no yellow cards and no red cards. Stay tuned. We'll be back shortly within that break. And that start of the play, we are back with the action. The second half starts off. That's where they wanted to call that one up, starting of that almost just going away. And that's just a good one to break that shackle, starting that one up. A great performance starting up with all the eyes on this match, how they proceeds, how they goes, and wanted to check that one up with all the great things happening up so far. And that's a good way to get the ball back up. And that's what they want to come back with that strong one. And that's they wanted to call that one up, wanted to get it back ahead with that great thing showing that one up. And that's a great way to watch that one up out. He's on that great way to come back that one up. And that's where they want to check that one up, wanted to play in that. That's where the game proceed. Wanted to get that one up ahead. Want to take that one up. And then it takes that one up ahead and wanted to check that one up. Is taking that great lead inside that box, wanted to create that pressure again and a good clearance in the end. And a good clearance in the end, and that's what they wanted to keep that game in that same way as it's just stripping away again with that chances and again with that easy chances, calling that one up as straight into his arm. And that started raining heavily, things coming difficult for them as it started raining heavily. A big question for them how they'll approach this segment. Wanted to come back up with that cross foot and then the clearance coming in their way. And that's they wanted to check that one up, want to discuss that one up. Time ticking off. Within that play time, it started raining heavily. Wanted to check that one up for the match, how it proceeds, how it will go into that side. As we've seen, that will be an interesting move for both the side. How do they tackle the situation? How do they come up with that situation? And then in the end, they wanted to come back strongly with all that point, and that is why they want to call it up, want to show that one up, they want to play their part, they want to dominate in their best way, and that's where the things will come up straight into the goalkeeper side. And that's they want to call that one up, they want to show it up great. And that's a good one, good improvisation. Jersey number 9 taking that one up. Captain Gaurav Negi taking that commitment. He wanted at least one goal in this moment to get a hope of coming back, as clearly it's seen they are very much trailing by that lead of 3 goals. Joseph 15 trying to get one more, wanted to come back, and a great effort by Rumit Yadav, this time saving it easily, diving to his right. Absolutely right to watch him up, to see the kind of a great performance, the kind of a great game he had. Looked completely in that position, looked completely in that point, and yes, of course, he has landed onto that page. He has landed onto that point where things are coming and going in his way. He's created that chance. He's created that charge one, and yes, he wanted to come back up. That's a brilliant pass and a good clearance side away coming in. A great good clearance coming inside in. And that's what it happens. He wanted to be on that point, wanted to show that one up, as he clearly came up with all that point coming in his mind. Again, jersey number 11 sliding deep, wanted to play that one, and then, yes, of course, he slides it well back into that action and then into that side. And that's where he will want to point that point, want to look that aside, created that chance, created that charge, and in fact, he has dropped that one up. He's got that, the great intake, he's got that point, and then in the end, he lifts into that side. Oh, that's looked great to that level. And a good way to defend that one up. That's what the time is ticking off. They wanted to be coming back on that same point. Time ticking off with everything just they're keeping in their mind. With time just going in their way, time just dripping off as they wanted to get that clearance one. They wanted to clear that one up, showing that skill back. Jersey number 15 trying to pill and then moved it away. But surely they have got a corner, a possibility, high chance of that corner. Raising to that chance, they've got that corner coming in, and that's what they wanted to call it up with a chance, with all the possibility to raise one more on the board. And that's what will be a tough question. And Ritu Yadav does it well. Rumeti Yadav absolutely doing right at this point, grabbing with his safe pair of hands. That's they want to call that one up. Wanted to provide that one with that cross and inside that way, the fifth one on the board. Pressure all on the Radharaman Club as they have lost this chance. What a good comeback! Absolutely good. Brilliant touch and go. A great matter of touch and go we see here. As clearly it comes on to us with that point. It looks to do good.
नहीं खाली है खाली है नींबू खाली है अरे कल लेबर आएगी ना अरे आप बोलो वो भी उतार देना
That's what the time ticking off. They're waiting for that moment. That's what the Radharaman Club wanted to wait for that shining moment where they'll shine. What will the point? They will get it ahead with that time ticking off. With last few minutes, last 30 minutes hardly left in this game to end up, and that's where they wanted to end that one up, and that's where they want to try that one up, pulling that one up. They wanted to go ahead with that point, and that's they want to clarify that one up, and that's it, the side way, the side clearance coming in back with that point as they've got it back into that action, into that point. It's they want to let it go up, want to come back up, and that's straight into that point, straight into that mark. Wanted to come back up, as that's a good clearance coming in with that side. And then straight into his hands. 60 minutes. And that's they wait for. Is everything okay with that goalkeeper? Rumit Yadav, or is he alright? Or they're just losing something in that way? Physiotherapist right quickly. We hope and pray for his best. He's back on the field. Start of the play, they wanted to come back, play that game fearlessly with that approach. The time ticking off. Hardly they're waiting for that moment, waiting for that alarming one. Wanted to come back with that clearance coming in. And that's what they wanted to show it up to that expectation level of that moment. They wanted to point that one up. They wanted to create that chance. They wanted to show that one up. Again, want to come back. Welcome, welcome, welcome. No chance to Rumit Yadav this time. That finishing touch with ease. How easy it's becoming for them to just a tick off their toe and into that nets. Great one. Chandramuduli this time, jersey number 16 with 6-1 on the board. How many more? What a great dominating match this has been so far for both the Rovers Club side, shining high, doing great thing. Great work, absolutely amazing one. And that's they are clueless at this point. Radharaman Club completely clueless with what has happened. They are unaware of the fact. What has happened with them is completely they are lost it with that point. That's a brilliant pass, looking to go with that cross, and that would have been a best goal. Just coming so close with that angle. Again, and hits the bar and coming back closely with that intent. Hitting that bar and then coming back with that reverting back into that side action. And that's where the time ticking off at that point, and just coming over to that point, looking to get set it back. With that way coming up happening, it's all right. Shackling that one up, tackling that one up down. Again with that smile. And then clearly he asked the referees, and then he asked everyone to come quickly to check that one up. Again, that corner coming up with all the hopes to add one more, and a good sight of clearance coming in. Oh, back straight into his hands. And that's they wanted to take that time. Wanted to take that time, wanted to take that dive. A good effort. Quickly this game just going with that chance, with that intent, crossing that one up. And the defense line, it was little difficult. Clarify which team were they leaking the way, which team they were sliding the way ahead. With all that time frame, they were looking to get better and better with that cross kick and a good clearance in the end. And that's taking time, just going it away. And that's what the time ticking off. They wanted to come up back quickly with that inch. Wanted to ensure that the time's ticking off that point. And that's what the time ticking off, entering into that region. Oh, just missing that one up at the point. Came so quickly at this one, wondering no one's there to pick that one up, and just quickly missing that mark. Last 20 minutes left in this game. Again with that clearance and then just going it away. And that's straight. They want to call it up for Akhil K taking that one again with that hope to get that lead one more. And that's the time ticking off. Clearly, it's great to watch him up with last 18 minutes to go with that time ticking off. Wanted to clear that one up as he wanted to go with that cross coming in with that point, and then again. And that's cross coming in. He wanted to get it up. And just losing that control, just losing that one up. They wanted to try that one up apart from that one. They wanted to provide that in that point. Is everything they have gone through that point was a great part in letting know from that angle. Just look in that segment, look in that point, trying to cover that one up inside that one. Long range coming in and just getting up. And that's what they wanted to come up back with time ticking off. And that's just lastly, they wanted to show it up back. And then it's just they wanted to come back up. And that's where they want to fall that one apart. The time ticking off. And then just that's about the time taking that one up from that angle, in from that side, looking to come back up. And that's what they wanted to just check that up where the game just going. And that's they want to add one more, wanted to try one more win to that one and a good sight of relief. And that's what a good tackle, but almost that's something that Radharaman Club would have to look on their side that where they actually went wrong. What were the things they did not turn up in their way? They did not get in their best way, making sure that they come up again the next time, not rewinding those mistakes, clarifying, working on those errors. Okay, and trying to play with that pass. And that's just waiting up, shaking that one up. And they've got that opportunity, that chance to come back with that point. Cross takes it and just over his hands and over his head, trying to create that charge, looking to impress with that charge, stealing that moment, looking to get a good comeback, welcoming one onto that rise, rising onto that point, just trying to come back with all that great things, watching that one up. And that's where it takes down to them, looking to get answers for every great things they wanted to look ahead. Try that one up out. Long range, no answers to Rookie the other, but a good save in the end. Brilliant, brilliant one. And that's what he takes that ball ahead. Takes it long leg and then passing it back. And that's where they're shackling behind jersey number 4. And then he passes it back, takes it down to it, keeps it there, moves it aside, takes it down, and he gets there with that brilliant pass. Coming in, trying to break that defense again, trying to counter attack with again another one. Will he able to pass it back or roll it back? Yes, he rolls it back. Again, that's a good touch. Great touch, cross. And easy as you like again. The seventh one on the board, the deflection coming up with his hand. Look at the other completely was not there in the frame. And just that kick in inside that nets, the 7-1 comes. Jersey number 4 from there with that touch. It was Akil K with that goal. Come back and then a bit of shattering there down. And Jersey wants to take that one up. And that's what he takes that one up. Smiling with that one intake. Trying to get it back. Perfecting those things. Looking to get that pressure highly building onto them. Trying to build that pressure. Creating that charge. Looking to get that up. And that is the time ticking off. Pressure rising high. Pressure rising high for that moment as they wanted that comeback. Strongly in despair, strongly in action. They wanted inadvertently that kind of a scene. And then he looks to get that scene here as we see that injury taking place at this moment. That's what the time ticking off. They're getting in pressure with the clock turning on and on, ticking off. And that's what with the time it happens. You have to be very much careful with that time frame. Very much careful with that time. You have to check that one up. Everything they have to keep with them is the time ticking off, pressure highly mounting up, and only a miracle can save this Radharaman Club. Other than they are already down 6 goal trail. That's a long lead to be completed in last 6 minutes. Impossible to get from this angle. As totally they're enjoying the game, playing with the best field, playing with the best area, playing with the best expertise, and that's what they are doing to go with that one. It's the clock ticking off. A good timing onto that one, and then it's time one quickly checking that one up, looking to create that one up ahead, timing ahead, looking to seal that moment, looking to come back that again. Jersey number 14 just keeping that ball. That's all they're playing in their easy free mind, playing with their free mind. That's the time ticking off, and that's what they can do in order to get one more or trying to get another one, but easy take. And that's where the game has dropped it down. And that's what the time taking off. They just want to play with that easy free minded. That's what the Rovers Club have shown this game, almost dominating in every point, the defense line, the forward line. And that's what the time ticking off. Looking to play with that one. 89 minutes, last few seconds to go. Last few seconds to go. That's time choking that one up. As just they wanted to end that streak on a higher and end this point on the flyer. Another one, embarking one. How easy it just looks. They're playing with school children trips against the college seniors. That what it looks. Completely in possession, completely dominating. No answer to the defense line. Almost clueless, and not sure of the how much additional time it had been provided to them with that impact effect. Not sure of how much additional time it has been provided to them. Yeah, 2 minutes of additional time. That's all we have in the lineup today from our end to look that point ahead, to look that game ahead. We wanted to show that one on that move, on that point, on that part. and that's completely what it looked from their end. Was a quite dominating one. It's just that time ticking off, time just flying high with that impact, time just flying high. And that's the time ticking off. Anytime the hooter will go up, and they have to be very much sure with that things. And yes, the time is just few seconds left. What a great game, one-sided. We have seen one team barking with 8 goals on the side. Want to check that one up? Full time being allotted and given, and that's in the full time. We have 8-1. The Radharaman's Club with that storyline up, and that's a great end to that story we have. And that's the time we have in the full time. The time it says Rovers Club 62% possession, Radharaman Club 38%, 23 shots and 9 shots, 14 shot on targets, and 3. 1 saves and 6 saves, 7 corners and 2 corners, 6 fouls and 4 fouls, no yellow cards and no red cards. And tomorrow we wait for this match at 9 a.m. It shows Sunrise Club versus Kishore Club, and 3:30 p.m. we have the Independent Club taking it out Mangala Club. And that's what we have for tomorrow. Stay tuned. We'll be back shortly.